Hey, everybody. You might know, if you've been reading my posts from the beginning, that we had two biological children. We adopted two separate times from separate places, same social worker group, and then we had a set of twins. What you might not all know is that in the beginning, when I was 10, I'd read about in the news a baby who was abandoned at someone's door with a letter stating that the mother couldn't take care of the baby. And from that age on, I wanted to adopt a baby so that a mother would never have to worry that her child is not loved and cared for. I knew about orphanages. At that time, I didn't even know that there will be babies' homes or foster care, and then when they are turning 18, after they're 18, they age out and there's nothing. No, nowhere to go. No family, no, obviously no family. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in foster care if they had real family, real family. And there's no stability. The government doesn't have a specific foster children exiting bursary for school, university, college. They're just on their own. And only later did I read a research paper about a gang in the Cape Flats, in one of the places I've been to. My father used to preach there, and some of them were previously foster care kids. And they said we had nowhere to go. Only these guys in the gang were willing to love us in their way, take us in. We became part of something. We had a support group, and that is why we're gangsters. So it just is terrible. There are many reasons to adopt, besides the fact that I loved babies. Oh, I loved babies so much. So fast forward, that was the reason. The main reason was to help a mom know that her child, who she loves so much but cannot take care of, is going to be loved. And it's going to be I have to cut over the story, guys, because it's another whole long story. But I am now in touch with the birth sister of one of my children. Oh, my daughter's birth sister. Imagine that. Never in the beginning or at any time did I ever imagine that I would be chatting, seeing, speaking to my child's older sister. Never did I think that I would ever visit them and hold my child's youngest biological sister. But things happen. And this girl, the sister, she's 20 years old. She's my son's age. She she messed up. This is a story of redemption, grace, and rising again after you've fallen. That was part one. A story as old as time. Unwed mother. There she was, matric. Instead of focusing only on school like her mother had begged her, there she was, conceiving. She lost a place, guys. She had a place at university and she had funding. But the day she was meant to attend her first lecture, she was in hospital giving birth. So there she is. First time she couldn't study and she hated herself. She still does. When she has bad days, she hates herself for disappointing her mother. After her mother begged her, warned her, pleaded with her to put her education first, get a job, then think about relationships. She hated herself a lot and still does. That first year, she couldn't study. Second time, she got placement at a university, but it's distance learning. And the subjects were subjects she did not do well in high school with. She didn't do well for those subjects at all. So I'm not surprised that she didn't do well at all for that particular course. She failed all her exams in the first semester. So she quit. She was not meant for that particular course. Try number 3. She applied at Cape College. She was given a place. I was not happy because the subjects that she was going to study were the ones that she struggled in. I didn't see how it would work, what would change. She doesn't have the aptitude. She didn't have it in high school. She didn't have it when she started studying, listening to lectures. But then NSFAS said, nope, that's the funding. We aren't going to fund you because you had originally applied for university. Now you've gone a level down to college. We don't fund that level down. That step down, you're on your own. So she had no funding. Mother's not working. I can't give her enough to study. I just give them enough to survive. And so the door was shut again. But she didn't give up. She still had been job hunting. And last week, she took her body, her weary body, that had been taking care of 2 babies on her own while her mother was in a psych hospital after a nervous breakdown. She, who took care of those babies on her own, went out job hunting. Physically, guys, she did not give up. The ambition is still there. She went door to door, store to store, multiple malls in the heat of the Cape Town summer. It was hot last week. Printing CVs with money she doesn't have. Going there and feeling so encouraged because the people she was leaving her CV with were also so encouraging. Well done to you. Well done, because that child needed every bit of encouragement. You have no idea the pain she's in. Well done to every store manager, HR person who handles CVs of desperate people. You are a blessing. Ikapa, water, whatever, Cape Gate, water, whatever. I don't know if you know the places. I only know Kukuletu Square and yeah. So around that area, Philippi places, well done. You restored this girl's dignity and hope. You gave her strength. Woo-wee! I might have Sjogren's disease, so everything just dries up so quickly. I need to finish this. This is the last one. But she still wanted to study. You know how it is. There are so many people. Our people are still disadvantaged. There's so many reasons why they could never even finish university. High school. Undiagnosed. I knew the birth mother. I've posted before. I knew the birth mother had ADHD as soon as she described how she was in school. And the labeling her family, the labels they threw at her for being naughty, for not focusing, for she was too playful. It was just negative. And I know there are thousands like that, hundreds of thousands, because I've seen videos of children who clearly have learning disorders, neurodiversities, but there's no help for them. There's no help. Our townships don't have help, knowledge, guidance. So we've got that background of suffering. And now this girl is trying to work against the odds, beat herself, like for doing such a terrible thing. She had the chance and it slipped away. Now what? She wants to study. By studying, you can get, obviously, a better paying job. You can have a pension. There are lots of people who want the easier, not easier, the less mentally taxing jobs because they never were able to get qualifications for anything. And today finally she got into a course which I know she's more suited for. That morning, I'm editing much later in the week, she sent this letter of confirmation. She had been accepted for her bachelor degree in education, foundation phase. She's on her way. She is on her way at last. And this time there's actually a chance she can make it. She didn't give up, guys. She still wants to study. And she will give her best. She's got this, guys. And I'm so grateful that she kept pushing. You as well. Keep pushing, baby or not. Messing up before or not. Keep going. No shame in dusting yourself off, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. Do it.